Hi YouTube, and thank you so much for checking in and watching my videos. And I am having one of those weeks where you wish you could step back in time to go forward in time because you know now what you didn't know then, and that's all I'll say. Fighting with the ex, oh my lord, my head, and that vertigo crap that I'm dealing with, oh, just a week from hell. But there's something cool that's going on with me, and I'm just smiling. Even though I'm angry as hell, I'm smiling. And it's that I know who I am. And I know that's kind of weird because I've been doing these videos, and obviously, why the hell would I go on hormones if I didn't know who I am? But I answered a question differently today that was asked of me. Actually, my mom has been asking me questions that are kind of weird, personal, but she's trying to get to know Sarah. She's trying to leave behind Peter. And she pretty much just at the end of a conversation said, "Well, honey, can I ask you a personal question?" And I was like, "Yeah, go ahead, Mom." And she's like, "Now that you're on hormones, are you starting to think about men?" You guys know the answer to that, so we'll just leave it at that. And I answered it honestly in a statement like this. The way I answered it was, "Well, Mom, sexuality and gender are different," which we all know. We wouldn't be here watching these videos if we thought anything different, right? And I said, and my sexuality, everything about it, nothing's changed since I was 16. The same feelings I had then, I have now. I don't have anything wrong with gay, homosexual. I said, but I think heterosexual. And that's where, when I wink to you guys and say, you understand that. So I answered the question honestly. I mean, in this form, which is kind of like half and half, though I think I look good, don't you? In this form that's half and half, or I'm sorry, I'm more female in this picture than I am male. The voice has to change. I see hetero. I'm gonna be a hetero girl. I think. I don't know. I don't care. Sexuality is fluid. That's the answer. I just haven't done anything other than natural heterosexual stuff. But it doesn't mean I haven't thought of it. So maybe in the future, I'll think of it. And that's it. That's one question. The other question that was asked of me was, well, are you dressing like... it had to do with work. Are you at work, and are you dressing like Sarah at work? So it's funny that you asked that question. And this is why I'm smiling, because this is why I say I finally get it. I'm there. I answered the question very simply. I said, you know, a year ago when I split up with my wife, and I had no idea what I was. Actually, you do. You just are in denial. And I'm talking to you, the girl in the picture over there, with Mira. I was Peter dressing like a girl. It wasn't Sarah yet. It was just a girl. It could have been Ashley, Allie. I had a million different names in my head. And I was just dressing like a girl. And something started to change along the way. So I said, you know what? In the beginning, I dressed like a girl on the weekends or whenever the kids weren't around. But now I'm Sarah dressing like Peter when the kids are around and when I go to work. It's totally different. My mentality, the way I think, who I am. I'm identifying with this girl that I see right here, which is awesome. I'm not identifying with Peter as much, though I'll answer to his name like a dog answers to its name all the time, but I'm this person in this image on this screen right now. And I love it. I love who I am. And that's a great way to answer that question. And when you get to that point, I think you're going to be happy. At certain points, you want to be around other people that are a lot like you. And I found a group in Atlanta, and I was going to it for a while, and now my kids have football on Tuesday nights, and I can't go. And I'm missing it. And it's just a transgender support group. And I am missing it because I think that the people that make up this community are incredible. I miss being around them. So when football's over, I'll be back. And if any of you are listening, sorry. But I'll be back when football's over. But until then, I will indeed um, be away and be missing all of you. So here's the deal. The deal is that I have this. It's hard to say because one of the things that I've got to come to terms with at some point is that it's okay to ask for help. Financially, I'm gone. I've got nothing. I know that everybody that goes to divorce and transitions is probably in the same boat, so I don't want pity. If you have apathy, empathy, whatever, I mean, save it. I will dig my way out of this hole. But the Southern Comfort Conference is coming up in September. So last year, identifying as a crossdresser, I wanted to go to Southern Comfort Conference, but it's too soon. I was still just on my own a couple months, trying to make a good environment for my children to live in. Hell, we only had one bed in the apartment back then. But this year, I want to go, and I've got no money. So, if you get in a position like this, it's okay to ask for help. I put in a scholarship for it, and I hope I get it because I want to go. If it goes to somebody more needy, hell yeah, that's great. But I really want to be around people like me, and I want to meet more because, even just watching the videos I do from, Lady Vixen, who cracks me up, to, oh God, Megan's life. I mean, you could go on and on. If I don't mention somebody, I'm going to feel bad. But it's the way that you get to identify with who you are. When you meet these people in real life, it's got to be awesome because at my transgender support group, it is. So I so want to go. And that's it. So I asked for help. And I've never done something like that in my life. That's where I'm at this week. I'm happy. I'm smiling like crazy. I promise you that. I love who I am. And I wish I could hug every one of you that comments and watches my videos. You're amazing. You all are. Because without you, I wouldn't be here. And without being here, I probably wouldn't be so happy. Thank you, YouTube. I'll be back in a week or so. I'm not going to guarantee a week, but I'll never do these more than 10 days apart. So you have a great week, and thanks for coming.